The amount of products that are out on the market, even for me, is completely overwhelming. So if you're a beginner, girl, where do you even start, right? Well, I have created a custom drugstore makeup kit for you for the beginner that is not only really affordable, but it's also effective and it's essential. These are the essential things you need, just a few little things for your kit that you can use day in and day out to achieve a lot of really great looks without feeling completely overwhelmed and without breaking the bank. Let's get started. All right, let's start with foundation, okay? Foundation isn't necessary. It's not totally necessary, but it is something that's really good to have in your kit, especially if you're gonna go out to a night out or you wanna kind of spruce up your look a little bit. Foundation is one of those baseline things that you should have, even if you don't use it every single day. What does foundation do? Foundation is the base of all makeup application, and its purpose is to match your skin tone as closely as possible to help create a more even looking complexion. There's 3 categories of foundations that I wanna show you guys. There is a light to medium coverage, then there's a medium to full coverage, and then there's a tinted serum or a tinted SPF. So let's go through them so that you know which one to pick for you. I promise this won't be complicated. I've really broken this up for you really clearly, and I'm gonna be popping up graphics so that you can follow along, you can screenshot them, and you're gonna become like an expert in this in no time. You'll know exactly what to buy specifically for you, okay? So if you want less of your skin showing through, if you have skin discoloration issues that you're looking to camouflage, then you want to pick medium to full coverage foundations. Think of medium to full coverage like an opaque pair of tights, okay? You know, like black opaque tights, you're not seeing any of your skin through it. So medium to full, more full is like an opaque pair of tights, okay? You're really covering up everything. Now, if you want some of your skin to show, right? So if you have minimal skin issues, but you still want to even out the complexion a bit, then you want to pick a light to medium coverage. So you want to think of light to medium coverage as sheer colored pantyhose, okay? So you still have the color on there, it's still blurring all the imperfections out, but you can see a bit of your skin shining through it. Now, if you want all of your skin to shine through, okay, and you just really want to add some radiance and very light evening out of discoloration. So most of it is your skin, but it's just toned down a little bit. Then you want to pick a tinted serum or a tinted moisturizer like a CC cream or a BB cream. It's going to have very little pigment. It's mostly going to be like hydration and a little bit of evening out. These types of products are like sheer clear pantyhose. You still wear sheer clear pantyhose. It still smooths your legs out, right? But it does it in a way that's very subtle, nothing like an opaque or a colored tight does. Now that you know the types of foundations that are available, you also need to think about your skin type, okay? Because that's going to determine which ones in these categories you choose. So there are 2 types of skin, to really simplify it, but let's simplify it so we don't get too complicated. So there's our normal to oily combination skin, right? And then there's our normal to dry skin. Let's pull up our chart, okay? Let's look at this in depth. If you have oily to combination normal skin and you want light to medium coverage, this is what you should get. The L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation is amazing for that. So this guy is so nice because it really is like a bulletproof foundation. It's one of those foundations that lasts all day long. I've used it in my bridal kit several times, and oftentimes when I use it, people will say, Gabby, what foundation was that? Because I transfer it into like a more, like a lighter bottle that's plastic, so it doesn't have a logo or name on it. And a lot of my brides will say, what foundation did you use? It looked amazing. And they're actually really shocked to know that it's drugstore because it wears like a high-end foundation. It's beautiful. It has a natural medium finish, okay? So it's a medium coverage, but it is buildable. So you can get a little bit more build out of it if you want, but I wouldn't say that it's full coverage. It also has like a satin finish. It's not super matte by any means, but it's not overly radiant or dewy either. So it's really great for like an oily or combination skin. Lasts lasts all day. It comes in 30 shades and it sits at a pretty good price point. It's $16 USD. Okay, now if you have oily or combination normal skin and you want medium to full coverage, then the one that I recommend is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. This is really cool. I just tried this out very recently and I am actually very impressed with it. This has a demi matte finish, but it's definitely matte. Like, you're not gonna look glowy at all when you put it on. It really mattifies the face, so it's great for people with very oily skin. It also has a medium to full coverage, so you can build this up. You can start at medium and you can really build it up all the way. So if you have really oily skin, you want full coverage, this is the one to get. It comes in 22 different shades and it sits around $14.99, which is a really good price for such a great quality foundation. Okay, now if you have oily or combination skin and you want a tinted serum or a moisturizer or something really lightweight, the one that has the best reviews online ever is the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream. So this has a matte formula, which is really rare. It's uncommon for a BB cream or a CC cream to have a matte formulation, but this one does. People are obsessed with it. It won't clog your pores, which is so nice, and it's super lightweight and easy, breathable kind of formula. So if you just want to mattify but quickly and easily, then go for the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream. It's really good. Okay, let's move on to our dry skin girlies, because I know there's a lot of dry skin girls in my glam fam, right? So if you have dry or normal skin and you want light to medium coverage, this foundation is phenomenal. It is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. So there is Pro Matte, okay? And there is Pro Glow. And these are actually so different. They sit very differently. This one has a really light texture. This one has a more kind of medium texture. Like, it feels more dense than this one. This is really nice for light coverage on dry skin. It's very glowy. It is also buildable, so you can get a little bit more towards the medium coverage, but if you want like an everyday fresh, flawless foundation that is gonna make you look glowy and hydrated, I definitely recommend this one. It has a luminous natural skin finish. Now, if you have dry to normal skin and you want medium to full coverage, the best one to get is the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. This one has glycerin in it, so it hydrates the skin. It's buildable coverage with a semi-matte finish. This has a cult following. People love this foundation. It is so inexpensive. It's literally $6 and it is phenomenal. Phenomenal foundation, especially for dry skin. Now, if you have dry skin and you want a tinted serum, okay, this is the last one of the category. Maybelline Dream BB Fresh is amazing. This is what I have on my skin today. I don't even have dry skin. I have oily skin and I love it. Like, I love it. But for dry skin, it would be even better because you wouldn't get so shiny throughout the day. It has really sheer coverage. It's rated the best for mature skin with fine lines and wrinkles. I know a lot of you guys are my glamas, right? You're my glamas and you want to feel great. If you want sheer coverage, try this one. Okay, let's move on to concealer. Okay, so what does concealer do? So concealer is the more pigmented cousin of foundation. Foundation evens things out as much as possible, and then concealer goes on afterwards and camouflages whatever is left over to hide. It is a game changer, okay, for discoloration on the skin and for dark circles. So it is an essential product. If you are not going to wear foundation and you don't want to buy that, that's not essential to you, definitely buy concealer. You can use concealer on your own and spot correct whatever you want. The best full coverage concealer at the drugstore is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Wear Concealers. This is a intense concealer. I use this on my extreme dark circle clients that need a lot of brightening. It's very full coverage, maximum coverage. It's basically a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. You either love Tarte Shape Tape or you hate it, okay? It was very popular back in like 2018, 2019 when like the really extreme makeup looks were going crazy on the internet. It's kind of lost a little bit of popularity lately because things are so much more fresh-faced now. So you may love or hate this, but if you have extreme issues with discoloration on the skin where you need a lot of coverage, this will cover, and it has got a matte finish. My only apprehension with this is that as we age and we have more lines around our eyes and maybe some dryness around the eyes, this isn't great for covering up dark circles on mature eyes. It's way too matte, it doesn't have luminosity, and it's too drying. So, you know, with the good comes the bad, but this one is definitely the most full coverage drugstore concealer in my opinion. But if you're looking for the best hydrating concealer, so for dry under eyes, then check this out. This one is called the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I discovered this recently. I don't think I could ever go to another one. I have a billion concealers. I've tried all the high-end ones. And after I discovered this, it's the only one I reach for. It's the perfect combination of being full coverage, but hydrating so that it doesn't look too cakey or matte under the eyes. But it also isn't overly creasy. Sometimes really full coverage concealers that are hydrating, like the IT Cosmetic Bye Bye Under Eye, it's too creasy, right? It's just too creasy. This one is kind of perfect for that dry, mature under eye that isn't too creasy. If you don't have a lot of issues under the eyes and you're just looking for a really kind of soft finish concealer that's gonna brighten but not be like intense or overwhelming to blend out, then the best one for that is the Maybelline New York Instant Age Rewind. Okay, this one's really cool. It has a cushion tip applicator. I use this a lot on my no makeup days where I'm just trying to brighten quickly. It's really nice that you can pop it on there and blend it out like a dream. I wouldn't say that it has crazy amounts of coverage, like I said, right? It's more breathable. It's just a little bit more sheer, but it's still a fantastic concealer at a fantastic price. Let's move on to blush. What does blush do, and do you need it? Yes, in my opinion, everyone needs blush, even the most beginner makeup person. Blush brightens your face, okay? It adds a really healthy glow and it contours out your features, so it makes you look more awake and much more youthful. So blush comes in lots of formulations as well. You can get cream, you can get powder. I'm gonna simplify it for you today, okay? So that you can pick the perfect kit for you. The best cheek tint, in my opinion, at the drugstore is this one. It's the NYX Sweet Cheeks. This is really nice. It kind of has a bit of like a cushiony formulation, like it almost seems like it's whipped. And it comes with a doe foot applicator, which is really nice. You can pop it on the cheek and blend it out really well. Now, if you want a cream to powder blush, this one is fantastic. So the e.l.f. Putty Blush is a great blush. That's what I have on my cheeks today. So this goes on like a cream. I love cream blushes because I said, you know, like I said before, they make you glow from within. They make you flush from within. But if you have very oily skin, they can be a bit problematic because they are like a wet product. And sometimes cream blushes don't last as long as powder blushes. This kind of fixes that issue, right? Because it's a hybrid. Now, if you are just into powder blushes, my favorite powder blush from the drugstore is this one, CoverGirl True Blend So Flushed. This one is really, really good. It's very highly pigmented. It goes on very, very, very well. It has a buildable texture with next to no fallout. A lot of people were saying that in the reviews actually online, that there's just no fallout to this blush, and it's true. I even sometimes use it on my eyes, and it's a beautiful, like the powder itself has a beautiful formulation. Moving on to powder. Now, a lot of you guys don't own powder and you don't think it's essential, but powder is essential. Powder will turn a cream product into a satin finish product. And why do you want that? You want that because of longevity. So powder will make your makeup last for much longer. You don't have to powder your entire face, but you definitely want to powder areas that are going to crease, like under the eyes or the nasolabial folds, or if you have a lot of lines on your forehead, you do need to lightly set and powder those areas so that you get more longevity of wear, right? It also controls your oil. It does a lot of things. It can even just blur out the skin, blur out imperfections. So you can get colored powders, but you can also get translucent powders, which are clear. They look white, but they're not. They're actually completely clear. If you're a beginner, you want to start with a translucent powder, a clear powder, and you can get that in pressed or in loose. It's really, really easy to use. So the best loose powder is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. This is extremely finely milled. It is like one of the most finely milled powders on the market. People love it. The reviews are insane. I've been having a hard time getting my hands on it because I live in Canada and it's not at Shoppers Drug Mart, so I haven't personally used it, but you can read like thousands of reviews of people raving about this powder. A lot of people say that it's a lot like the Laura Mercier one, so it's like kind of a dupe for a really high-end powder. Super finely milled, you get tons of it. Now, if you want a pressed powder, the one that I have been testing that I love, love, love is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop mattifying powder. This is a lovely, lovely powder. Again, it's kind of just really silky and finely milled. Like when you put it on your fingers, when you put it on your face, it is so silky and so beautiful. It also is mess free. So the nice thing about having a powder like this is that it's mess free. You know, you can pop it in your purse. If you are someone that has issues with oil like I do, you can pop it in your purse and you can touch up your face really quickly and easily with it. It's not going to get all over your bag. Let's move on to eyeshadows. So what does eyeshadow do? So eyeshadow adds depth and dimension to your eyes. It complements or draws out your eye color, and it makes your eyes appear larger, or it just draws attention to the eyes. Okay, so do you need it? If you're a beginner, you don't. If you are dabbling more and starting to get really into makeup and interested in makeup, it's nice to have at least one kind of basic eyeshadow palette. My favorite, I would say, is the e.l.f. eyeshadow palettes. So these have a really smooth, creamy application, and they have fantastic color shades. Now, you can get these in all matte. So for example, this one here, this is a nude one. It's all matte shades, and they're all like beautiful browns with kind of a mix of some cooler based browns and some warmer based browns. If you like a matte eye look, this is all you need. You have all of your colors. It suits pretty much anyone, and it's really, really nice. But you can get some that have a mix of matte and shimmer shades. It's always nice to have that. So this one's lovely. This has more of like cool toned colors. So this is the rose gold palette. This looks lovely on cooler toned women with the purples and the pinks. And you do have kind of your mix of your highlight colors, your crease contour colors, right? And then you have some of your shimmer shades. There's a lot of different options for these, and they're only $10, which is insane. Now, if you want something that has even more variety than the e.l.f. one, then I really recommend the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette. That one has 6 different colors, which includes warm and cool tones. There's a great mix of matte and shimmer shades. I've used it several times. It's lovely. They're highly pigmented shades, and they're very buildable. I don't find that they have terrible fallout. It's a little bit more expensive, sitting at $20 as opposed to $10, but you are getting 16 shades, and they are really good shades. I find that the color selection of them is great. So that will be kind of like a one and done ultimate shadow palette. If you want to start with that, or if you want a little bit of a smaller e.l.f. kit, you can mix and match that. But even just having one of those in your kit will be really fun for you to start playing. Let's move on to eyeliner. What does eyeliner do? Okay, the primary purpose of eyeliner is to make the lashes look fuller and to draw attention and define the eye area. It can also be used to change the eye shape. Is it necessary? I would say if you could pick between a liner or an eyeshadow palette, I'd probably start with a liner. You can get really quick definition. You don't need all the fancy brushes and all of the things. So I would say that it is necessary even when you're just starting out. If you're just starting out, I'd start with a soft liner like a brown, right? Or even like a caramel color like what I'm using today. That will give you some nice soft definition. Now, if you are the type of person that likes lining the waterline, so the inner part of the eye up here or down here, the best one for waterline lining, I've tried them all, it's this one. Okay, this is the Maybelline New York Master Precise Skinny. This has a micro tip, a super teeny tiny little skinny tip, which is very nice. It's super black. It is super pigmented, and it sticks to the waterline so well. The one downfall of this, it's a little bit smudgy. So I don't necessarily recommend it if it's not a waterline liner. Like if you want something for the top and bottom that's like soft and pretty, this is a little bit smudgy. You might find it smudging a lot on you. So in that case, I would do one of two. So the e.l.f. again, no budge retractable liners are really, really good. And I really like the colors. There's only 3 colors, but The colors are very good universal colors. We have black, we have charcoal, which is great if you have like gray hair or cool toned hair. It's a really nice alternative to black. And then of course you have coffee, which is a nice rich brown. I do find them blendable as well. They're really, really good. And again, they sit at $5, which is incredible. Another one that I wanna show you that's so good is the NYX Vivid Rich. It's this guy. These are amazing too, because these are also really creamy and blendable. They're vibrant and they're long lasting. They're just as good, honestly, as any high-end eyeliner, just as good. And the great thing about it is that this comes in 12 different colors. So if you want to play with liner, so say eyeshadow intimidates you, but you want to do some poppy liners, you can get poppy liners in this. Let's move on to mascara. So what does mascara do? Mascara is applied to the eyelashes to make them look darker and longer and to make the whites of the eyes look brighter by contrast. Mascara draws a lot of attention to the eyes, so it is 100% essential. The best mascara, in my opinion, for volume is the Maybelline Volume Express, the Falsies. This is a phenomenal mascara. I did a video where I talked all about mascara, and I used this on one eye and I used a very high-end mascara on the other eye. You could not tell which was which. Now, the best overall mascara, in my opinion, at the drugstore, I mean, this is really good, but the best one, this is a staple in most makeup artists' kit. It really, really is. It's the L'Oreal Voluminous. Every makeup artist has this in their kit or has had this in their kit. Like, mark my words, it is such a staple mascara. It's a good quality mascara, and the best part about it, it comes in lots of colors. So again, if you want to experiment a little bit and you want to play with makeup in a way that's very fast and easy, you can get this as a colored mascara and you can have fun. It actually comes in 9 different colors and it sits at $10.99 price point, which again, phenomenal price for a really good mascara. Now, there's one other one that's like a fan favorite. People absolutely love it, and it's the Voluminous Lash Paradise. I just picked this up to show you guys, but I have been using this forever. I use it on myself. Actually, I have one right here that's open. I use this on myself, and I've used this on clients as well. A lot of people talk about how much they love it. It's really good because it is very, very, very similar to the Stila Huge Extreme Mascara, but at a much better cost. It gives you volume and length for $12.99. Brow products. Let's move on to brow products. There's a few that I kind of rotate between. So one that's really budget friendly, that's very, very good, is the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I love it because you have your spoolie on one side and then you have your pencil on the other side, and it's very, very skinny and tight. One thing that I want to tell you is that it's not overly creamy, so I like to prime it on the back of my hand before going in with it to kind of warm up the pigment a little bit. But other than that, it's really good. I also love that they have a neutral brown, which is a little bit more of a cool based brown. Sometimes browns are too warm, they're too reddish. This isn't. Now, another one that's really good, that's a little bit more creamy, is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. This also has a super tiny tip and a spoolie in the back. It's very similar to the e.l.f., but I would say that the pigment comes off a little bit more creamy. It's a little bit richer of a pigment than the e.l.f. Now that can be good or bad, right? Depending on what you want, but you know, they're both really good. You can't go wrong with either of them. Finally, let's talk about lips, okay? Lip liner and lipstick. Now, if you're a beginner, you're probably not gonna go into the world of heavy lip liner, heavy lipsticks, you know, and that is okay. But I do urge you to buy at least one lip liner and just buy it in a natural shade. So I'm gonna show you 2 here. So my favorite one is by NYX. It's what I'm wearing right now. So what does a lip liner do? A lip liner creates a vermilion border and it corrects your lip shape. So even if you're just using a balm on your lips or something really natural, getting a natural lip liner will correct your lip shape and make your lips look fuller and nicer and way more balanced. I would say it's an essential essential product, even though so many people don't use it. It's like my number one thing that I could not live without is a lip liner. So this one is by NYX. It's the retractable lip liner in the color Natural. As you can see, it just kind of mimics your natural lip, but gives you the ability to change the shape. This one is fantastic. If you want to go into Maybelline, the Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liners are really good too. These are very similar. They both roll up. You can get them in lots of different colors. I also really like this one in Beige Babe. Those will be great, very natural lip liners to start with. And then you can layer lipsticks on top of them very easily. For lipstick, I have two options for you. If you're just starting on a very natural kit, then you just want something hydrating and not too fussy or not too extreme. So NYX has come out with these two and they're both great. So there's the NYX Fat Oil. It sounds so silly, but it's a very hydrating lip oil. It feels amazing. The color is beautiful. And it just gives you like that flush of gorgeous color. This one I just picked up and it's so awesome too. So that's the Fat Oil too, but it's the Slick Click. So it's a shiny lip balm. It comes in this type of formulation. You just click it and it comes up, and that's what I'm wearing. And it's just a beautiful, really shiny, gorgeous, gorgeous formula. If you guys want to start with something, I would start with like a really natural lip liner, pair it with like an oil or a balm, and you'll be good to go. It will look great on a no makeup day, or even if you kind of elevate and do a little bit more than what you normally do. This kind of nude combination will not lead you astray. All of these products are going to be linked in my description box below. So if you want to get more information on them or you want to purchase them online, then go ahead and check the description box. I'm also going to be popping up all of these graphics. I'm going to put them all on my feed on Instagram. Okay, I do a lot of visuals on there for you guys that you can screenshot, that you can save, so that it will help you later on when you are shopping for products. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments. I spend a lot of time going through those comments and answering as many as I possibly can. I'll see you on the next one.